Hey friends, it is bright and early here in Orange, California. However, I'm Kelly in Phoenix and I'm sharing with you my picks for this week's Wyndham Championship. Stay tuned. This week, I am sharing with you three picks outside of the three favorites. I may chime in with a little bit of Shane Lowry at the end because I can't resist. But here are three guys I think you should be keeping an eye on as you're building your Wyndham Championship DFS lineups this week. I like Aaron Wise. I like Mark Hubbard again this week. And I like surprise CT Pan. And here's why. All three of these guys are hitting greens and regulations at some of the highest percentages out of the entire field. Both Aaron Wise and Mark Hubbard hit greens and regulations at 68%, while CT Pan comes in at 67%. All three of these guys are great off the tee, accuracy wise. However, I would say the lowest in accuracy is Aaron Wise at 60%, with Mark Hubbard and CT Pan at 63% accuracy. But I'm not letting that scare me off because there are plenty of players in this field who hit fairways far lower percentages, like in the 50s. So I'm not worried about it. Putting, consistent across the board. However, I would say Hubbard has been struggling a tiny bit with his putting, but again, not going to let that scare me off. All three of them are excellent at three putt and bogey avoidance, and they're all pretty good scramblers. The only exception there might be sand for CT Pan. He has a little bit of trouble out of the sand, but again, nothing to worry about. If I was going to worry about anything with CT Pan, it might be that he struggles a bit on the approach, over 200 yards more or more, I should say. Other than that, it looks good. I love data. Data seems to lead me in the right direction, along with that women's intuition. I have been on fire for many weeks now. So, yeah, that's what we've got. Aaron Wise at 8.1 on DraftKings, Mark Hubbard 7.9 on DraftKings, and CT Pan 7.4 on DraftKings. All very conservative pricing and all looking really good. Now, I promised I would share with you more about Shane Lowry. I like Shane Lowry this week a lot, but I'm not alone. So if you're into ownership percentages, I would say Lowry is going to be highly coveted this week. That doesn't stop you from putting in your DFS lineups, especially if you think he's going to win. Lowry can be a very high scorer in DFS, so it's not a bad move to utilize him. He's pricey at 10.6K, I believe. However, he has one of the highest ratings for greens and regulation at 69%. I really like Shane Lowry this week. He's been on fire. He's gaining strokes across the board. He hits just over 300 yards. He's fairly accurate, around 63%. So there you go. Shane Lowry. That would be my priciest pick this week for the Wyndham Championship DFS lineups. There are some other players that you might want to look at. Value players. Justin Lauer has been one of my favorites. He's not in my article, but if you tail any of my bets, you'd see him there. Taylor Pendrith again this week. I like that rookie. I think he's great. Sounds like the train's coming in, so that is my cue to wrap it up with you. If you want to do some more research using Team Riser Fall's exclusive membership PGA Study Hub, you can follow the directions here. Just go to teamriserfall.com, then PGA,
then PGA DFS Tools, and PGA Study Hub. It's updated every week to show all of the current players, stats, rankings, odds, everything you could ever want in a study model. I use it every week, and so should you.
If you're interested in joining Team Rise or Fall as a member and having access to these exclusive tools, use code KIP at checkout. There are also loads of free articles and videos like this one. So go check us out at teamriserfall.com. I hope you hit them straight. Fairways and greens, friends. Make it a great week. Follow me on Twitter at Kelly and Phoenix, and I'll see you next week.